cash and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum.
Hey guys, it's Bizzy Joe, and welcome back to some gameplay. This is Minecraft. I'm just gonna let you know right now, I don't like playing Minecraft that much. Well, yeah, I get bored of it because I played Xbox 360 version. But, my friend Tyler, aka Mr. Applejack Jr., where I just saw his video he put up at the 4-hour lockdown that happened. That was in September? I want to say late September. Well, I'm gonna go find a place. I made a castle. This is my friend Cucumber's World. JJ, I'm not, yeah. So, actually, I'm gonna make a prison tower. But, yeah, so, I want to say my part of that story, because he mentioned my name, I want to explain what happened. Actually, I'll make a prison, this would be a good place for a prison tower right here. Like, we're making a multiplayer server, what's it called? Factions. Making a faction server, so I'm gonna help out with that. And I'm just making random things. I made a castle, and I made my own little base. That's very hard to see. But anyway, so, my classes go French, AP by French. I have all advanced classes. I've got French, MTG, ROTC, and then theater is my electives. Well, yeah, electives. So we were in the last day of school last week, but it was a Friday. It was on the last, like, I want to say it was like 2 minutes before the bell rings, which is like which is about 2 o'clock, give or take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so about 2 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And maybe 1:58. The bell rings. You know, the bell rings. It's theater. And theater class. I have my best friend. My best friend is Applejack Jr. And could you get out of the way, please? Could you get out of the way? Yeah. So my best friend's Applejack Jr. He's in my class. He's sitting next to me. And so what happened was we were getting ready to go. Everybody's packing up. And I think it's the principal. It's the principal. She's like, you know that principal. It's like you know she doesn't care about you. She's that principal, and she just like she was. If I remember, she said something like this. Okay, students, we're having a lockdown. This is not a drill. And my theater class is my theater class kind of sucks. Like theater's fun, acting is fun. People in the class are douchebags. Like. There's 6 people that, if they were hit by a train, no one would care, except maybe their families, because they don't stop talking. They're stupid, and I don't mean to be mean to them, but they're stupid. Like they don't know. They say 2 + 2 is fish. They're those kind of people. But what happened? Hold on. Yo, cordon junk. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. And so we told Dan, my teacher, Mrs. Holiday, she's married. She said, okay, guys, let's just sit down, take a rest. And this girl sits next to me, Gabrielle. She's on her phone. Everybody's on their phone because they're like, ugh, it's a Friday. It's like 8:1. School just ended. There's a lockdown. Well, yeah, there's a lockdown. So maybe 30 minutes into it, everybody's just talking. Everybody's sleeping or on their phone, or douchebags in the back of the room, like herping around and being idiots. And mind you, this is high school, so. It's a jungle. It's like Mean Girls. It's a jungle. But I'm just sitting there, and I think this was after ROTC, so I had long socks on. No, ROTC and Mondays, yeah. But anyway, I was waiting there, and then 30 minutes in, she puts on a movie, and I just give up. I'm like, no, I'm not watching this. I'm like, what the? Yeah. Anyway, so I was watching a movie, and it was Donald Duck. Okay. / back. There we go. And so we were watching a movie. I think it was Looney Tunes. It was like Looney Tunes Daffy Duck or whatever. And what happened is everybody's like doing stuff. And there was a guy, another named Spencer. He's a nice person, but he's kind of a scrub, like a SKRUB, scrub lord kind of guy. But he got a picture from one of his friends. Now I think he's a junior, but he got a picture from one of his friends, and it was like 7 cop cars, 2 K9 units, 2 SWAT vans, and later I found out there was a helicopter that dropped off snipers at the school next door, which is an elementary school. Like the way it was is my high school is across the street from an elementary school I went to, like from 3rd to 8th grade. So yeah. But which is where I met Applejack. But anyway, so like an hour in, the movie's finishing. I'm like, after this, I'm gonna go sit next to Tyler. And so I go sitting next to him, and basically it's flirt city over here, cause all the girls are like him. Like, I mean, he's not like douchebag McGee, like the good looking, but he's a pretty handsome person. And so all the girls oh, who was it? There's these 3 girls that liked him, and they're just talking about it the whole time. I'm just sitting there like, what the junk? I'm right here. But yeah, so we were sitting in there, and there's movies coming on. It was freaking stupid. And at this point, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. It's a knock on the door, and this is what I'm hoping for. I'm like, they're not gonna shoot up the school. I don't believe someone's gonna shoot up the school. If anything, people do drugs in my school. That's probably the worst thing that happens. Nobody shoots it. So I'm like, nothing bad's gonna happen. But everybody, I swear to God, like, there were these 2 girls that took it like way too seriously. Like, if you ever talked, they'd be like, shh, this is legit. We make a shot. And yeah, so no. But someone knocked on the door, and they opened it, and 2 people, like, it was Spencer, he was like, I don't give a F, I'm gonna open the door. And he opened it, and it turned out to be these 2 football players, like, they were like linebacker football players, so if someone had a gun, they'd like rip it apart. But there was 2 linebackers and some douchebag coach, and the coach like yelling at them to get in the room, and they were like miserable the rest of the time, but they got in there. And everyone's heart stopped, like, I swear. It became dead silent. The movie had like a pause as soon as it happened. It was pretty silent. And they walked in and it was like, ooh, okay. So I think that was maybe about 2.5 hours and then that happened. And I remember we got at like 5:30. We got out at 5:30. No, 6. We got at like, let's see, started at 2. I remember it was like 3.5 hours. So yeah, like 5:30. And so we were waiting. More movies came on. I fell asleep, and I wake up to see like 8, like, I swear to God, 8 people was standing around, like, next to the table, me and Tyler were at, and just doing that. So yeah, so during the whole thing, it was me, Tyler talking, or people flirting with him or sleeping. And then we get released. Now, mind you, my class is in theater. We have a PAC, I forgot what it stands for. It's like Performing Arts Center. We have a PAC. It's Prison Tower Stonewall. Our PAC isn't considered. It's considered a class, but it doesn't have a class name. Like, it's not like E100 or 300 building. It's P1. The class is called P12, and the dance class is P2. The class theater. The other class is P13 because the actual theater, like the stage, is P11. So we got out last. I think we got out last, or we got. I forgot. But yeah, we got out last, and as soon as like we leave, there is like, I'm not even joking. It's like Payday 2. Like, I mean, we got a SWAT team. It's like they had like the freaking bulldozers sitting out there with machine guns. There was 2 K9 units there. You could see snipers across the street. There was 800 parents there. A fleet of cars. I should probably look it up. 3TV, Westview. Look up like 3TV, Westview, Lockdown. Turns out it was someone brought a holster, which I consider myself a military historian. That's what I want to do. I want to get a doctorate in that, West Point, whatnot. But yeah, so some guy brought a holster, which it's a high school, so that's smart. That's so smart the first time. And there's people do drugs in my school, so even smarter. But he brought a holster, so yeah. And I found out later that a lot of the seniors just dipped. Like, I mean, as soon as the bell rang, there was some police started to arrive, and people just started leaving, dipping out of the door. And I also found out that there in the beginning, like the first time the police started to come in, they were SWAT teams, and this guy took a video of it. I think he took a video of it, or took a picture. And they breach and clear MW3. They Modern Warfare 3 that. Like they kicked open the door with a SWAT battering ram and charged in there with M4s and tasers. So that's intense. But yeah. So that was the adventure of the 3.5 hour bullcrap known as Lockdown. Ugh. It was the weird part was my mom was I told my mom was at work, and then I called her in because my phone had really low battery. So I'm like, okay, Mom, I'm gonna tell you the stuff's going on here. We got a lockdown, and I wasn't really worried most of the time because the way I see it is I pictured it as being like a douchebag for theater. Because theater, you can bring props in to do stuff for theater. So I pictured it some scrub wearing a holster for theater. And everyone else pictured it like gang banging freaking Connecticut Part 2. But yeah, so I walked home a little bit and then Mom picked me up. But yeah, so there was 3TV News outside, and we wanted to go mess with them, but we decided to just walk home. So the moral of the story, kids, which I'm 14, but kids, is that when in doubt, watch Donald Duck the movie. Because if you remember, when I was talking about it, we watched Donald Duck at theater class. I think I was talking. It was a show like that. It was a duck. But oh no, I think it might have been the math. Like, have you guys seen that? It's like Donald Duck, but it's math, not Daffy Duck, but it's like Donald Duck math. So it's all cheap and crappy. Yeah, it's like that. So it was that movie, and it was like cartoons. But yeah, so it was a waste of 3.5 hours. And we were the last class to get out because some lazy douchebag cops didn't realize we were a class. So, yeah. That's the story. The 3.5 hour lockdown. Well, guys, Bazooka Joe signing off. See you later. Ciao.